Good morning, Terrell here. Video day number 2. This morning we're going to be pulling apart an Fa20. I pulled this out of a car that had a little bit of low compression in cylinder 4. We're going to see if this block is going to be usable, see if the piston's okay, see what happened. I've never done this on the channel before, so a new block. I already pulled this block apart, and cylinder 1, as you can see, is absolutely toast. But this is the other block. I got to pull the intake off the top, the timing cover off the front, and then this head off. Make sure the cylinder 4 right there is okay. Nice and clean looking oil, actually. Alright, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10s, and then you have a couple holding this pipe on and a couple holding the dipstick on, and just a bunch of 12s around, and this whole cover should come off. As you saw, the water pump is in the way of 1 or 2 of the last timing cover bolts, but all the rest of the cover bolts are out now. Go ahead and work on prying this apart. Usually you want to put a pry bar between here and here, or kind of right in there on this side, between here and there, and just kind of work it around, be nice and gentle, but pry it off. It should just kind of come off, and then this is the head we're going to work on getting off. Timing cover has been removed. We've got all the timing now. I'm gonna take out this H5, this 5 here, these 2 10s, these 2 10s, and then pull all this out, and then I can get that head off. I gotta still get the intake off, but still, once I get all the timing off, then the head will be easy to remove. All right, timing components are all gone now. Just like I said, 2 10s there. You got the Allen 5 here, Allen 5 here. 2 10s right there and there. You have 1 O-ring here, 1 there, 1 there. Let's see here. 1 here, and then 1 lower that came off with the timing cover. I haven't done a video on taking an intake off one of these, so I guess I might as well include it in this one. So we've got 4 12s per side, 12, 12, 12, and 12, same as the other side. And we have a few sensors. We have your 2 12s right there for the grounds. We have this fuel line that comes off of the high pressure pump, so you either take it off of here or take it off of the inside right there. And then on the back side we have 2 coolant lines, the throttle body, 1 here, should be 1 right above it. We have your throttle body actual sensor, and we have knock sensors, 1 on either side. 1's right there, 1's right down there. And then this thing should start coming up, and then as you go, you just work around things. We have these 2 bolts and these 2 for the EGR, I believe. And then we have these, a blue sensor, a black sensor, and 4 vacuum lines that are underneath the intake manifold that need to come off. When I get these two bolts out for the grounds, I put them back in the holes. No reason not to. That way I don't lose them. And then there's one gasket here. There isn't a gasket here, it's just an O-ring. And this one doesn't look that great. And then we have a sensor here, and we have a line here. It's PVC, I guess. Alrighty, intake manifold's off, and I forgot you don't actually have to take the knock sensors off. The crank sensor's right there, but you don't have to take that off either. So anyways, the intake manifold's off. Got the TGV housing here. This will come off with the head. We need to at least break this line, and the high pressure pump can come off with the head. Take these valve cover bolts off and these two coil packs. And then take off, there's a bunch of 12s around here. We're not gonna take off the caps that actually hold the cams now. We're just gonna take off this entire plate right here with the cams attached. There are gonna be a bunch of little lifters, like really small. I have to put them in an order on our table. But let's get started getting this thing off. So I couldn't see super well in the last clip, I don't think. Lighting's not super great in here. I'm just working with what I got. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off the rest of the way. Leaving these two, these two, these two, these two, these two, these two, this one all in. Those actually hold this sort of girdle on or whatever, or the caps. But since all these are off now, I should be able to pry it and slowly get them off and put all these on a bench in order, and then all the little tips, they're in there. You can't see it super well, but there's a little piece in there. Actually, I'm sorry, it's on the valve. It's down here. They're about this small, and we'll put them in order. So I pry back that little cover. They fall, and then make sure they go in the right place. So these are the lower ones, and then these are the actual lifters or buckets. They're really tiny on these cars. I just kind of work them all out. It sounded like another one fell out. So these things all pull. There's one right there, get nice and loose. I'll just show you on camera. So I pull it out like that. That's the top left. Just gonna go top left like that. And then the next one to it, I think fell down into the pan. I mean, not the pan, but down here. Yep, I can feel it. Grab that. Look at that. Boom. Now we grab two more of these buckets here. Those two tops and all four of the buckets. And then I can pull the head off. All of them on top of here. This is just sitting here. Nice and open. Take off. Boom, 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 boom. All six of those bolts are all 14mm 12 points. I don't think anything else is holding this head on. I don't think. Except for maybe this coolant pipe. Yep. Got 110 here. And then this head will come off once I get all those out. Alright, all six bolts are loosened. I had to break the top line off of the fuel line as well. And this AC compressor has a bolt here. I think the bottom is free, so all I need to do is just take out all six and then just move this as I go. It's just kind of a support, and the head should be off. What I'm aware of, this cylinder here was leaking. Had lower compression. This block had oil coming out of the exhaust. To be honest, it doesn't look that bad, but I think I'm gonna have to pull this rod out and piston and see how everything looks on the inside. Alright, I moved it to a stand. I can't see any obvious damage on this cylinder, even though I know that one's low compression. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out the lower oil pan right there, and then the upper oil pan that comes across there. And then I think I should be able to get to the rod bolt, take those two off, and pop that piston out, and we'll see how she looks. Goes like this. We'll get in the car and you'll need to kiss me. We'll have 1,000 light on the backseat. Well, I'm down to the point of I have the rod here, but I don't have an E-Torx with me. I'm gonna have to go buy one today. I think it's like a 10 or 12 or 14 to get these off. So this will be continued sometime soon. Probably gonna post a video just like this. Thanks for watching. Just kidding, I just had to go get sockets. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and get this rod out real quick. I got E-Torx bolts, or sockets, so I'm gonna go ahead and that bolt out right there, and then that one right there, and then pull this rod and everything out. Alrighty, got both of them loose. This one's just about out. There we go. Bearing looks wonderful. Let's go and pop this rod out the top if we can now. The bearing just fell out. That's okay. Alrighty. Live reveal. Let's look and see how this thing looks now. Oof. Oof. That looks terrible on this side, actually. I just pulled rod number 2 out, I believe. And piston, and they look exactly the same as the other one. I assume this probably just had piston rings weren't holding as well on cylinder 4. There's cylinder 2. Looks fine, honestly. Look at when I first pulled it out, I thought it looked bad. On top, it looks like some lines, but I'm gonna clean this up and see if we have any breaks or anything. If not, I'll probably just re-ring this and put it back in. Hopefully she's good, but I'll make sure there's no crack. Thanks for watching. I guess the next video will be some cleaning of these parts, installing these back in the block, and then hopefully assemble the entire thing and maybe timing in the same video. See how the inside of these cylinders look. Perfect. Look great. Nice. This block should be good to go once I put new rings in her. Thanks for watching.